Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Michael Branch here sending me this, hey Working Money Channel, this is what $1 trillion looks like. I did a video recently where we were talking about the difference between $1 trillion and $1 billion. John Deaton gave his perspective. Well, here's a visualization. See the guy standing to the left, he's roughly 5'10". Answer, see the man standing proportionately next to $1 trillion. So this is only $1 trillion comprised of $100 bills. So to just give you guys some context here, $100 bills stacked up. This man right here in the corner is standing 5'10", and this is what $1 trillion looks like with $100 bills. These are not ones or fives or tens or 20s, $100 bills. So a great visual representation here. Wanted to thank Michael just for adding to that point that I made in that video yesterday. The debt is racking up, and I mean, who knows? Is the world going to default? Are we going to great reset? Is there going to be a combination thereof? What we do know is more innovation is creating more development on blockchains like the XRPL. These blockchains are going to help facilitate payments, but they're also going to help do other things. Bob Rass here posting this. The Sologenic team has successfully integrated XLS 30D onto the DevNet, and as soon as the amendment is passed and live on the XRP ledger, we will flip the switch. This is in regards to CertiK's completion of comprehensive security audit for automated market makers on the XRP ledger. They just posted this, guys. CertiK is a leading blockchain security and auditing platform, and they're proud to announce the successful completion of that XLSD integration for their automated market makers built on the XRP ledger. The AMM developed under the technical specification XLS 30D proposed by Ripple has been designed to extend the exchange functionality and utility for XRPL token holders and builders on the XRP ledger. CertiK's audit was an extensive process, meticulously examining the underlying smart contract architecture, so it goes a little bit into the technicals there. Here's a quote though, guys. Our main goal at CertiK is to help build a safer, more secure blockchain ecosystem, and the XRPL's automated market maker implementation represents an important evolution in decentralized exchange functionality. So this is going to have to do with the AMMs, the automated market makers. I've done videos on that in the past. I will link one up here in the top right-hand corner if you're interested. He goes on to say, we are honored to have been able to ensure it meets the highest standards of security. Key features of the XLS 30D amendment, the AMM, as validated by CertiK, includes a protocol native build, a continuous auction mechanism, single-sided liquidity provisions, and no minor extractable value. So no MEVs or front-running and CLOB CLOB DEX integration. The XRP's ledger's inherent advantages: extremely low transaction costs, as we know, fast block times, fair transaction ordering, so that makes it all suitable for participants within the AMM ecosystem. The XLS 30D proposal reflects the XRPL's advanced capabilities and broad utility. So that's the other thing, right? Broad utility. The XRP ledger is capable of so much more than just, quick, easy payments. It is a ledger that is going to be integrated into so many more applications. So I'm excited to see that. But guys, this is the first step. Wanted to thank Bob Rass for reminding us of some of the development that is going on. Crypto Eddie here also posting this with regards to SpendTheBits, one of the best builders in the space, and she reiterates John Deaton's sentiment too, okay? Ripple may have secured the first CBDC award for a fintech company, but when Ripple held a CBDC interoperability contest with 50 contestants, Jay, Karen Cambo, and SpendTheBits won first place. I predict Jay and SpendTheBits to win this year's cross-border interoperable CBDC payment contest as well. So for those of you guys who do not know, SpendTheBits is a company that has created a wallet that runs over the XRP ledger. Essentially what you can do is you can send Bitcoin, for example, at the speed of light over the XRPL. I believe these guys are already in talks with the country of El Salvador, considering they have made Bitcoin legal tender. They are, I think they're working with them in some capacity to create something or integrate the SpendTheBits wallet over there. So John Deaton has expressed his view on the announcement, as I just read in that tweet. You guys can see it down here. Notably, the prominent lawyer is merely calling attention to a more remarkable feat attained by SpendTheBits, given that the firm is a crypto payment mobile app that operates on the XRP ledger, guys. And, if you guys are looking to, transfer Bitcoin in some capacity, I mean, Bitcoin is the king crypto. So there are certain locations around the world that do accept it as payment. The SpendTheBits wallet is a great example of how you can transfer that Bitcoin very quickly. So again, I agree with John Deaton, with Crypto Eddie, one of the best builders in the space. So I want to congratulate the guys over there at SpendTheBits. Wanted to keep moving, guys, because we've got more XRP development here. Another tweet from RippleX. QuickNode now supports the XRP ledger. As developers and contributors to the decentralized open source XRP ledger, the RippleX engineering team is excited to announce a major breakthrough on the XRPL, and it's going to revolutionize the way developers build decentralized applications. So QuickNode, a leading provider of blockchain infrastructure and tools for developers, will introduce support for the XRP ledger. This integration is a significant step towards empowering developers with top-tier infrastructure, facilitating the creation of scalable, secure, and accessible dApps on this powerful Layer 1 open source blockchain. QuickNode and the XRPL are set to provide developers with a solid foundation to innovate and shape the future of Web3. Down here too, it says QuickNode ensures invaluable support for factors such as scalability, uptime, and security, allowing developers to keep innovating and creating the kind of dApps that will seamlessly onboard new users into the space. QuickNode support is a key milestone for developers operating on the XRP ledger. With the hassle of node maintenance and synchronization alleviated, builders can focus on go-to-market strategies and ensuring their business is successful. QuickNode solutions and tool offerings are created by developers with developers in mind, and their support will make building on the XRP ledger even easier than before. So guys, another integration here with QuickNode. RippleX also seems very excited about that. This integration will empower developers with top-tier infrastructure to create scalable, secure, and accessible dApps on the XRP ledger. So for developers, by developers, it sounds like they are doing the right thing in order to maintain that desirability, right? That aspect of desirability, so that other developers will want to continue to build on the XRP ledger. So the QuickNode integration sounds like a good choice. They have been tried, tested, and true. So that's some great news, guys. I also happen to see this originally tweeted out by Mike Manfield here, guys, and this has to do with NAB. They've just completed transfers of 86,400 customers to Ubank, a technology platform and a digital-only bank. The significance of this, I want to remind you guys, Ripple's array of partners expands as CIBC and NAB join RippleNet. So this was from back in March of 2022, but you guys can see here NAB did join RippleNet back then. National Bank of Australia, they're joining RippleNet to tap into its increasingly popular blockchain solution for cross-border payments. And Ubank is part of NAB, they're NAB's digital-only bank. They've reached a major milestone, celebrating its first birthday since launching its new brand. And they announced the intention to acquire 86,400 customers in January. Her team has been working hard to move the bank and its customers onto a new technology platform. This is Philippa Watson, the CEO. She says, with migration complete, we're now working off a platform that can handle 8 times the scale to support growth of customer numbers and deposits. Ubank is attracting new customers at 2 to 3 times the rate than it did on our old platform. While Ubank is open to anyone looking for a completely digital experience, we know our bank is particularly attractive to the Gen Z millennials, 18 to 35-year-olds. Targeting this tech-savvy market is working for the bank. Major achievements so far include reaching 700,000 customers in June of 2023, so that's huge. $17 billion of deposits, growing at 4.8 times system in first half of 2023. In the last quarter, 58% of new Ubank users were under the age of 35. With 28% aged only between 16 to 25. So they are clearly catering to a specific demographic. And guys, they're growing by leaps and bounds. A Ripple-enabled company, of course, Ubank through NAB. As we know, they did integrate in 2022. And since then, guys, they have been seeing major growth. So down here, they even said this. NAB Chief Operating Officer Les Matheson said Ubank is part of NAB's long-term strategy to deliver a market-leading digital experience and new product propositions for customers. For NAB, Ubank is a customer acquisition channel with a strong focus on young adults. Its growth and progress, particularly over the last 12 months, is a strong indication that it will continue to be a leading digital bank and can attract and retain customers at scale and pace. So it's looking very, very positive for this Australian bank. NAB integrated with Ripple, and Ubank, their digital-only subsidiary. Makes sense that they wanted to go that route, considering how much business now they have accrued over the last year or two. So just wanted to share that great news there. Matthew Lany also posted this, guys, a new BIS document from just this month, July 2023, setting the stage for central bank digital currencies. These guys are like a dog with a bone. Want to keep hitting that point home. Central bank digital currencies, this is where we foresee, all governments moving to in the future. They talk about this in this recent report, the crypto ecosystem, key elements and risks, report submitted to the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors. So in conclusion, I'm just going to read you guys the conclusion. Here they say, in just over a decade, crypto has gone from niche activity to something that impinges on the mainstream financial system. So there's pros and there's cons. This is how they're framing it, okay? While initially it was the preserve of a small set of enthusiasts, millions of retail users as well as more and more institutional investors have entered the crypto ecosystem in recent years. So obviously there is some aspect that is alluring to, as they put it, institutional investors. Crypto offers some elements of genuine innovation, such as programmability and composability. With these new functionalities, sequences of financial transactions could be automated and seamlessly integrated. So talking about the aspects, the functionality of cryptocurrencies like XRP, the XRP ledger, cryptos that have utility. Again, we've been saying it for years. These are the ones that are really going to thrive in the coming years. Together with tokenization, this has the potential to reduce the need for manual interventions that currently delay transactions and create costs. So again, sounds like directly out of Ripple's playbook, but I'm going to continue here. That said, crypto has so far failed to harness innovation to the benefit of society. So far, yeah, okay, it's only 2023. We're still in the teething pains phase. BIS, so why so down? Crypto remains largely self-referential and does not finance real economic activity. It suffers from inherent shortcomings related to stability and efficiency, as well as accountability and integrity. These structural flaws result from the underlying economics of incentives rather than technological limitations. So basically a hit on Bitcoin there. Furthermore, while DeFi and crypto for the most part replicate services offered by the traditional financial system, they can exacerbate known vulnerabilities. So you see what they're doing here. They're saying on the one hand, crypto can be good if it's XRP or XLM or Algorand or, maybe other cryptocurrencies that solve for problems, but it's those darn proof of work coins, Bitcoin, the privacy coins, I'm sure, Monero, and others that are going to be the downfall of the financial system and can exacerbate known vulnerabilities. Taken together, the key takeaways from this report suggest that crypto's inherent structural flaws make it unsuitable to play a significant role in the monetary system. Well, that's not to say the technology won't play a role and that XRP is not going to be utilized, for example, to surf for that liquidity. So, they're choosing their words very carefully here. Here they address the risks in further detail. The numerous risks posed by crypto have naturally generated a debate on the optimal policy strategies for mitigating them. A BIS bulletin outlined 3 non-mutual exclusive lines of action that could be pursued in the policy towards crypto, namely a combination of containment, regulation, and bans. So that is what they are, I guess, striving for. We know what their end game is, guys. I will link this in the description, by the way. I'm not going to read the full thing, but I will link it in the description if you guys are interested. This is what the BIS is striving for. Meanwhile, we got to look at what other countries around the world are doing. This one from Michael Branch. Ripple submitted a written evidence document to the UK Parliament discussing the benefits of XRP and crypto to the country. Now, we know the UK has already been accepting of XRP, so I was wondering how old this document was. So this from the Crypto Basic: despite a case of growing prominence, the adoption of cryptocurrencies has faced hurdles in countries like the UK, but not really, because the UK has already said that XRP is a currency, and the monetary authority over there, they've already been favorable to Ripple. The Bank of England is already a partner of Ripple's. To this end, Ripple submitted a written evidence document to the UK Parliament. So again, I was wondering how old this was. Was it from, 2015, 2016, 2017? Guys, it was newer than that, to my disbelief. Ito Farina here posted this on Twitter. And so here's his tweet here. The forward, Ripple Labs welcomes the opportunity to feed into the Treasury Select Committee's call for evidence on the state of the crypto asset industry, crypto assets' roles in the future economy, and the regulatory response that will enable the UK to become a global leader in standards setting through empowering these technologies to thrive while protecting consumers and businesses alike. So that's how they started it off there. They give an introduction. Down here they say, our customers are financial institutions that want tools to effect faster and less costly cross-border payments, as well as eliminate the uncertainty and risks historically involved with moving money across borders. And all this is done with compliance, and they mention this, AML and BSA regulations. Some customers, in addition to deploy Ripple's blockchain solution or RippleNet, leverage a digital asset known as XRP. So they discuss XRP a little bit here. Although Ripple utilizes XRP in the ledger for its product offerings, XRP is independent of Ripple. The XRP ledger is decentralized, open source, and operates on what is known as the consensus protocol. Now, this is just a screen grab from this document written to the government of the UK. I happen to find that, guys, online at committees.parliament.uk. So this was, in fact, an official document, written evidence submitted by Ripple Labs Inc. And here we get some more information. I will link this in the description of the video for you. Benefits to the UK. Crypto assets and blockchain-based technologies offer significant benefits to the UK. And they talk about economic and social benefits. It's interesting for the social. These new technologies can improve financial inclusion across the country. Despite attempts to improve financial inclusion in the UK, there remain 1.2 million people who are unbanked in the UK alone and unable to access a full range of basic financial services, such as loans, mortgages, and other forms of credit. So Ripple even saying the XRP ledger is going to help benefit with that. So the need for a holistic framework, the role for a nuanced regulation. So again, going on about all these things where we thought, the UK was already fully regulated. I happen to see down here, it looks as though this paper was from September of 2022. So not too recent, but not too long ago either, guys. Ripple's still making waves. They talk about environmental considerations, the challenges that need to be addressed prior to wider adoption of central bank digital currencies specifically. So again, a lot here that I think is interesting with regards to the UK Financial Authority and Ripple discussing their blockchain solution utilizing XRP as that currency in circulation. Even here they say, while many currencies, whether digital or physical, are not environmentally friendly, the XRP ledger processes transactions through a unique consensus mechanism that consumes negligible energy, and all XRP currency is already in circulation. So of course they're going to consider XRP a currency. And since the UK has already deemed XRP a currency, I don't see how they would counteract that claim. So some interesting news here, relatively new, September 2022 from Ito Farina. But the other thing I found interesting too was this, guys. It all kind of comes together. Great find here, coming from Anders here, retweeting out ISO 20022 Let's Do It's tweet. Ripple meets Payment Service Directive, the PSD2 regulation requirements, which allows banks to outsource new payment methods like cryptocurrency from non-bank providers via API. So guys, check this out here. Okay, this is the EU regulatory agenda addressing strong customer authentication, possibly additional measures, reviewing unregulated services like cryptocurrencies and outsourcers. Now look at this, okay, the PSD2 review coming 2023. So what else do we know about this? Let's look down here, Europe and the UK simultaneously. Payment Service Directive 2 or PSD2 ensures that third-party non-banking providers have access to bank infrastructure, leading to improved competition and innovation around new payment methods. So essentially looking to democratize payments, going through other avenues that don't have to rely on banks, or that could in fact plug into banks using alternative APIs. Okay, over here it says PSD2 is a European regulation for electronic payment services. So they want to adapt new technologies and application program interfaces or APIs. Again, using this term PSD2. And then down here, guys, it says PSD2 Article 2 says all currencies and originated payments within the EU are in scope. Article 45 says that banks must show maximum execution time, all charges, and the actual or reference exchange rate. Also, the draft RST in Article 18 says all transactions should be traceable with a timestamp. So we know what the banks have been told to implement. And as far as I'm aware, only Ripple and maybe Swift GPI would provide an easy solution for these requirements. So they're not even entirely sure if Swift GPI, maybe Swift GPI could provide this, but they're saying here Ripple could definitely process this solution, cryptocurrencies, for outsourcers via the PSD2 standard protocol, which again is the Payment Service Directive 2, and that ensures that third parties, non-banking providers, so basically giving access, a level playing field for payments in Europe and the UK, and that's sounding fairly positive, guys, even isolating the fact that, Ripple can certainly do it, but can Swift GPI do it? Don't know. We know it is inferior technology, and we know that Ripple has been on top of this, has partnered up with these central banks and all these financial institutions over the last 5, 6, 7 years or so, giving RippleNet a leg up, giving the XRP cryptocurrency the opportunity to really shine. And even as recently as September 2022, Ripple's still gunning for one region at a time, in this case the UK, but they've already accomplished this in many other jurisdictions. So utility for XRP is key, and guys, I've always maintained I'm going to keep a portion of my XRP long term, but I am also going to be looking at certain targets. When we see the bulls run, we still got to wait on the macro trends, but the coins that I've picked could pop sooner. So for $5 a month, you can follow me on my Patreon, guys. I'm going to be letting you in on my trading journey. If that's something you're interested in, you can subscribe today. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.